This goes on for some time. ClayFighters. Or is it just ClayFighter? Yeah, it's ClayFighter. On the Super NES. We don't need to do a research stream here. I did a video of this game where I beat the entire game on the hardest difficulty mode, which is right here. Game speed was at level 4. Typical, yep. Typical 6-button Super NES fighter. But I'm going to start this game over from the beginning, so I can show you what's going on. This is the hardest difficulty level. How many? I think there were about 8 fighters available at the beginning of the game. Okay. You have Helga, who's the Mai Shiranui of this game. Bonker, who's a buff clown. BMF, Bad Mr. Frosty, who I will be using for most of this video, and you'll see why in a second. Taffy, who I guess is like Dulcim, supposedly, but I guess he's kind of like Guile. Tiny. Job, flexing. The Blob, who's massively OP. We'll get to his, he's the only really hard AI in the game. We'll get to his buzzsaw attack in a second. This game, everyone's got to have an Elvis impersonator, and this is Blue Suede Goo. Ichabod Clay, who apparently has a dragon punch and teleportation. So I guess he's like Fulgore, I guess, from Killer Instinct. So those are all the fighters. I will be starting out as Bad Mr. Frosty, and you'll see why in just a moment. I managed to clear nearly the entire game with just this one character. And the only person who gave me any trouble, again, this is the hardest difficulty level. The only person who gave me any trouble was the Blob. And who's, I think, you have to fight 12 fighters. I think he's like 8th or 9th on the list. Helga's number 1. She's bouncy, can't you see? Okay. He's like, got Blanka roll. So it's a sonic boom, basically. Just hold back, press forward and a punch button, and you'll end up doing that. Now, he also does those shoulder charges, and I don't know how. But all I'm really doing is just spamming this button over and over, just spamming those sonic booms over and over again. Because the AI hasn't seemed to have figured it out. So we'll see how much progress I make. I beat the game in like half an hour. So if you want to see me play this game without commentary, I burned through the entire game, basically. Except for that one Blob character. And you get chip damage by using your special attacks against blocking characters. And all this guy says is, this guy has one celebration move, which is that. I'm bad, I'm cool, basically. Because he's Bad Mr. Frosty. And he's massively OP, so. Him and that Blob character are really OP. In fact, this character, this Helga character, has a really overpowered body projectile attack that I'll show you if I have to switch characters against the Blob. She murders that move right there. I think it's a fireball. I think it's a Hadouken motion, and it has this really weird angle that's really hard to counter. So she can just murder that Blob character with that little helmet projectile of hers. Okay, whoa, she actually beat me. BMF also has a sliding attack. I believe it's a Yoga Flame, so it's a half circle back to forward with a kick button. I'll do it once. You don't really need it, though, to be honest. I do it to see that little sliding move he does. I just do it to mix it up. But it's really not necessary. Because all I need to do is this. There are a couple of characters who can counter that. But the AI doesn't seem to have figured it out. So I'll just spam this over and over again like I did the last time I played. You can't stun characters. If you can combo, I don't know if I think some moves glitch into 2-in-1 combos. Yeah, he also has a regular snowball projectile attack. I just don't remember how I did it. Yeah, there are 2-in-1s, but I think they're all glitches. There are double KOs, by the way. It's happened more than once. So I won. Got her with the shoulder charge. To be fair, this game does have very, very good sound effects and voice samples. You saw me, I played the opening theme song at the beginning of this video without my commentary because I wanted you to be able to hear it. Nintendo Power couldn't contain themselves when they first heard this song. Because think about it, remember this is a 16-bit cartridge and they somehow managed to get voice samples included here. Of course they had to give some on some of the animations. You can see here the animation in this game is actually very, very bad. Of course you have to think about what they were trying to do. They were somehow trying to get some you know, standard definition claymation with all this animation, this 2-3 frame animation. I'm killing this guy. And you also have to get, so you have to get all these animation frames in there. You have to make the game move at a good pace. To the game's credit, the game at this speed, 4 out of 7, has a decent pace to it. It's not sluggish at all. The problem is the animation isn't that good, and the art isn't that. In fact, the art's kind of bad. They made a lot of compromises on the art, so you get a lot of backgrounds that look this bad. Just a lot of very bad color depth, very bad pixel art they got going on here. I think they actually did come up with models. They did a bunch of 3D models. And if you check out the credits, I got to see the credits in my earlier video. I'll see if I can get the credits at the end of this if I beat the game. But Ken Pontac is a familiar name. He's actually an animator who's had gotten writing credits on shows like Mighty Max, Roswell Conspiracies. But he's also a claymation artist who worked on Bump in the Night, which is one of the best animated series of the 1990s. It was a stop-motion series, claymation. He also had one of the best voice casts of all time in an animated series. Some of the best vocal performances I've heard in an animated series. And Ken Pontac worked on that show as, I believe, one of the executive producers. So he did help out in the claymation for this game. I don't know if they commissioned him or if I think he's a director. I think he was in charge of coming up with all the sets and all the animation cycles for these claymation characters. But of course, as you can see, I mean, the final result, I mean, we're to do justice to his work because the guy's clearly top tier as far as claymation goes. He was able to get some very good animation on a TV budget. So back in of course they cheated because, you know, if you've seen that show, it's maybe 2 7-minute shorts, like a 5-minute short, a 10-minute short, and like a 4 or 5-minute music video. Just uses a lot of stock footage. So they managed to get 15 or 16 minutes of original footage out of every episode on a TV budget, for a Saturday morning TV budget. So to the show's credit, they made it work, and with some great writing help from Mark Zaslav and was it Jeremy Susterek? I forget his name. These are some A-tier guys from back in the 90s. So that show wound up being one of the better series of the 90s. And Ken Pontac was a big part of that. And he helped out on this game. And I can't blame him because he wasn't the only claymation artist working in the TV budget at the time, but he's a known quantity. So I can't really blame Interplay and Visual Concepts for seeking the guy out. I don't know who came up with the idea of trying to do a claymation fighting game. I mean, I get the concept. I mean, they were trying to do like a G-rated fighting game for people who thought that maybe Street Fighter was too complex and too violent. You get something like this, which is more cartoonish. And again, you're trying to make it work with a 16-bit cartridge, which is really hard to do because you only have, what, 8 characters in this game. Which again is normal, and there are no boss. Well, there's 8 characters and 1 boss. That's just, you know, you'll see him later. He's like Dural from Virtua Fighter. It's like basically he's a bunch of silver orbs. So it's an interesting design, but to be honest, well, I'm a fan of Pontac's work in other venues, not really a fan of the characters in this game. In fact, I tend to believe this is the kind of game that I let Nintendo Power give a 4 out of 5 on the theme and fun factor score, but it's not a good fighting game. It's like a discount Street Fighter 2. It's like your parents. It's like you're a 6-year-old and your parents won't let you play Street Fighter 2. Your parents won't let you play Mortal Kombat. So you're forced to buy this game because you went to Funko Land or Video Game Exchange or the Toys R Us, and the guys there are like, hey, here's a Street Fighter game for kids, and it's garbage. I mean, it doesn't play all that well. They tried to build a Street Fighter game from the ground up on a cartridge console that's not the Neo Geo, so you gotta give them some credit for that. But again, this, as you can see, all I'm really doing as far as beating the AI is just spamming this body projectile attack over and over again. And occasionally the opponent will strike back with some AI cheats, this guy's throwing multiple projectiles at once, stuff like that the original Street Fighter 2 did. But again, hit detection isn't that great. I mean, you're just kind of hoping these sprites collide. The collision detection isn't great, so you're kind of hoping that the sprites will collide. And as you see later, when I get to the BLOB character, you know, he's gonna do that buzzsaw attack that will basically do a bunch of chip damage. And it gets really annoying because it means that the combat isn't as refined as it needs to be a fair and enjoyable fighting game. It just feels like just another fighting game. It's just a bunch of gimmicks. In this case, it's a fighting game based on one gimmick, and it's the claymation gimmick. Because everything else about this game is just seems incredibly unbalanced. Like I said, this BMF guy can destroy most characters with this body projectile that I'm constantly throwing, this ball that I'm throwing. Now this guy has a body splash attack. He has a jumping attack that can counter my fire. That can counter this ball, and he has that cartwheel attack that seems massively overpowered because it can actually, if he hits you, he flies backward and reverse, and he can counter that snowball attack that I've been doing. And I have lost a couple of matches. I'm surprised. You can check out my other video without the commentary. Okay, let me switch to the other guy. Yeah, Blob's the other overpowered guy. And then I'll switch to Helga. Because again, most of these characters have severely overpowering attacks. And again, the art here isn't that great, so. Not a great looking game. And the music actually, despite, you know, the sound effects, is actually kind of bad. Nintendo Power called this one of the best audio packages of the Super NES at the time. I think it was when Mega Man X came out, I think it was about 1995, they did a list of the 20 best soundtracks on the Super NES. The music in this game is terrible, but it's technically competent. It's technically proficient because, like I said, they did a decent job of actually looping voice samples in this. The developers at Interplay developed their own audio drivers, and they were able to sort of circumvent some of the, this is a sonic boom attack that I'm doing, this buzzsaw, it's a sonic boom. And if he blocks it, it'll just bounce off of him like that, and it'll just keep doing chip damage on him. So it's probably too strong. I remember when I rented this game, like, when I rented this game on launch, I remember just buzzsawing through this game playing this character. Because this buzzsaw was too overpowering. That body splash might counter it, though. I'll have to check. You see, he's cheating by throwing multiple projectiles. And that seltzer camera hits twice. It doesn't look like it would, but it does. And like I said, the collision detection and the sprites aren't that great as far as conveying how these moves work. Let's switch to Helga. I'm having a bit more trouble than I was expecting. Maybe I'm just talking too much. Because really, like I said, all I was doing was spamming that BMF snowball attack against the first 7 enemies I fought. So I managed to get all the way through to the first 7 people without losing a round. So I'm losing now for some reason. Okay, she's got a fireball attack. That fireball projectile. That fireball body projectile. That move. That's a weak. That's a medium. And this is a strong. I'm just going to spam that as much as I can. She also has a vocal attack. I think she also has a uppercut, right? Yeah, that's an armpit attack. Is that a dragon kick? A dragon punch with a kick motion? Okay, I think her voice attack is a reverse fireball. I'll double check that. Which I probably won't even need because I can just spam her helmet attack. Okay, I don't know how to do the voice attack. Okay, we'll just do the helmet attack. Screw this. We'll spam this over and over again. We'll just keep doing weak helmet attacks. And the AI just keeps jumping towards me. And against Bad Mr. Frosty, that's a liability because he can just hit him on the way down. Oh, I did the body splash. So I guess the body splash does counter that helmet attack. Wow, lost twice. Why is this guy giving me so much trouble? I was able to burn through him as BMF last time. Let me go back to BMF then. Actually, let me switch to this guy. So he's got a Sonic Boom, I believe, but it's a kick button, so it's a Sonic kick. It's that cartwheel attack, because I want to see if I can spam that. And I don't like blue suede goo at all, but he's got a decent a projectile attack where he shoots music. Okay, Bonker versus Bonker. Okay, so it's a Sonic Boom for that camera. Sonic Boom for the camera, yep. Yeah, how do I do that cartwheel? I don't remember how to do it anymore. Is it a fireball kick? I thought it was a Sonic kick. Hey, corner trap him with that seltzer. Okay, there's your fireball. So he just throws fireball pies. Like Sagat, high and low. Yeah, you use a fireball kick for a low pie. Fireball punch for a high pie. See? It's a body projectile. Okay, so how do I do that cartwheel? I was doing it over and over again the first time I played. Don't know what's going on there. And we'll switch back to BMF. Let me try Taffy. I don't know how to do a couple of his moves. I know he has a Sonic Boom, which is a body projectile. Actually, it's kind of like a headbutt. You just charge the guy with two fists. So I'll do that a couple of times. Sonic Boom. Come on. See, the characters seem reasonably large. It's not bad. And they kind of cheat a bit by reducing the play field. As you can see, the top and bottom of the screen have been reduced. See? Sonic Boom. Now again, if there's a way to do a 2-in-1, I don't know what it is. I think he has a fake stun. And he has a Tatsumaki, right? Like a hurricane kick? Or is it a hurricane punch? Okay, I guess he stunned me. Gumby. Whoop! Tried to chip me. Guess I'm switching to somebody else. I really don't like Blue Suede Goo. Maybe I'll just switch. Why is this guy, of all people, giving me so much trouble? Let me switch to BMF, because I beat this guy last time. Well, I'll try Tiny first. I know this guy has a Blanca-like body roll, so Sonic Boom. I want to say he also has a Dragon Punch or a Flash Kick, I'm not sure. But it's a vertical body roll, like Blanca's vertical body roll in Super Street Fighter 2. We'll stick to the regular body roll, the Sonic Boom. That. I got a hit on him finally. Yeah, he's got a fireball punch, which is just a charge. Yeah, so it's a fireball punch. Which is basically just another body projectile. It's like Balrog, I guess. Okay, see, he has a flash kick. Yeah, that cartwheel seems to be way stronger than it should be. Whoop, stunned. Like, I need to switch. So I need to go back to BMF. Look, I have proof. I have another video with no commentary where I burned through all these guys as BMF. So I'm going back to him. I want to say he was the only guy who gave me any trouble. Pretty sure I was on the hardest difficulty level when I played him because I recorded all of that. Okay. So we'll go back to our snowball attack. We'll spam that over and over again, see how it goes. Because I'm never playing this game again once I beat it this time. Let's just be honest. Maybe I'll peek at the versus mode, but this game's a loser. It was it was $70 on launch, maybe 80. I mean, what were they? I know what they were thinking. They were thinking they had to reimburse the cost of the cart. That's what was going on. Again, I don't know why I sometimes do the shoulder throws and why I sometimes do the fireball. See, like that, I did another shoulder. I don't know why. Got underneath them, though. Just keep jumping at me. I'll hit you on the way down, son. I mean, the AI can't figure it out, I guess, sometimes. It just gets into a loop. It's weird. I know I've continued more than one time. Because I'm looking at the final digit on my score. I thought the one meant I've continued once. Whoop! The sound effects are good in this game, too. So the voice samples and the sound effects are technically sound. Whoops. He's gonna beat me. Yep, he chip damaged me. Okay, so basically I just need to spam this I need to spam this snowball as much as I can. No hesitation. Get him into a jumping loop if I have to. Like that. Hit me. Yep, see, that body splash got me. Got him. Oh, I missed. Crap. I need to beat this guy. This is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lose to this sucker. Wow! You gotta be kidding me. Alright, enough. Enough of this game. Look, the only reason I bought this game is because I could sell it for what I paid for. So I know I'm going to make the money back eventually. God, this game sucks. It sucks so bad. I'm still playing it because now I'm playing for my pride. Come on, I got this. I beat it before with no problem. By the way, that character's from Claymates. Another game by Visual Concepts with a somewhat decent soundtrack. A slightly better one, actually. That crap. Got him. So I have to hit him on the way down, otherwise he's gonna... Yeah. He's gonna get me with the pies on the other side. Almost dead. Oh, you go... Oh, what? What? The heck was that? What the heck was that? Get enough of this. Just hit him on the way down before he hits the ground. Don't let him block. That was a trade. Don't let him get those pies off. That, whoa! See, I do not want to miss. See that stupid body splash. Uh-oh. Got me. Why am I losing to this doofus? Maybe the AI just got a good loop. I must have got a bad loop the last time I played. Shouldn't be having this much trouble. Come on, I don't need to see all this.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the combatants for this extravaganza. Bad Mr. Frosty versus
Come on.
Bunker.
Traded 3 hits. Gotcha. That, whoa. Okay, what the heck was that? What the heck was that? Fucking cheat. Of course, I shouldn't be complaining. I wasn't want to complain about beating this game in half an hour. Maybe the AI's learning. Finally. After the beating I put on him last time. Whoop. Got him. Come on. Again. 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 See? Chip damage. Nice chip damage. Alright, let's do this again. Got him. Nothing complicated about this. Got him. That should not have missed. Got him. Got him. One more. Can't see. Chip damage. Now we can move on. Stupid clown. See ya, Pennywise. This game isn't that hard. I guess I just got into a bad opponent. See, this guy was able to burn through pretty easily. Let's see what I can do here. I think I might have lost once. They get him on the rebound there? Nope. Okay, that was weird. The ball just wouldn't stop rolling. Ow. Come on. Well, that was a trade. So now I know it's a trade hit. Got him. Got him. Why is it saying KO like I don't know who I'm aiming for? What does that KO even mean? Whoops. Was that a 2-in-1? Might have been a jump-in combo. Look out. Chipped me. He chipped me. Why am I losing? I should not be losing. Let me switch to Helga. Actually, while I'm here on someone different, let me switch to him so you can at least get to see him once. I hate this guy. By the way, this guy hates Helga. He likes music, but he hates Helga. So maybe it's that opera rock thing going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the combatants for this extravaganza. Blue suede.
Yeah, his hair does damage too. See? So it's a Tatsumaki. So instead of saying Tatsumaki, he says, watch the hair, man. Guess you don't have an answer for that, huh? He's gonna beat me. Oh, yo, come on. Boo. Boo. I'm against the ropes, dog. What was that all about? He's doing that charge punch on me. That's a fireball motion. Whoa! Thought I got over him that time. Try again. Okay, that was a bad start.
Oh, mama. Hey, what's the hair, man? Hey, what's the hair, man?
And I'm stunned. Well, Elvis is dead. So, let's end this crap. Everyone had to have an Elvis impersonator in these games. So I've seen everyone, right? Maybe we'll go to Helga. Hates salad, likes food. Salad's a food. Just saying. Well, let's bring on the Mai Shiranui of this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the combatants for
See? Bouncy.
Helga versus Tiny.
That not be said, there isn't a variety of body images in this game. There's only one female, you know it is. The helmet's a nice touch, though. Just spamming that fireball attack. Yep, just spamming that fireball. Whoops, stunned me. I don't know how to break out of that. I was spamming, I was mashing the buttons like mad. I don't know what to tell you. Trade. Spamming the weak fireball button. Whoop, that's a trade. He stunned me. Yeah, mixing a few dragon punches. And a double. That happens more often than you would think. I think it's happened 3 times in this video already. And it happened 2 times in the other video I did without the commentary. How do I do her voice? That hit twice. Should not have hit twice. Uh-oh. Oh, you... Ugh. Stunned me somehow. I don't think they quite figured out how move priority should work in this game. Because like I said, some things just seem to be too overpowering. I think they refined it a little. And for people who complain about the theme and all that, I mean, people were complaining about Killer Instinct's characters and how generic they were. Well, compared to this, compared to this, wow, that was art compared to this. Yeah, Pontac's done better. It's unfortunate. He had better on Bump in the Night. Probably should have done a Bump in the Night game. Bump in the Night fighting game. Crap. See, why am I not doing the fire? Yeah, they're the rolls. I'm like, why am I not doing the roll anymore? Oh, come on! What's that all about? Let's mix in some slides, why not? That was a 2-in-1, but I whiffed. Oh, come on! Jeez. This game giving me so much trouble. Not just end the video, because I've already made my point. You can just watch the other video without the commentary. I mean, the fact that I even beat this game, you know, in 30 minutes, after I played this game for the first time in 30 years, and I beat it in 30 minutes on the hardest difficulty level. I mean, that's kind of embarrassing. Why did I do so well that time? I'm pretty sure that was the hardest difficulty level. It didn't change anything. At least since last time. That's why I documented it. Because I thought it was that disconcerting. There are only 3 difficulty levels, by the way, in this game. So it's not like Street Fighter 2 where you got 7. And before he hits the ground. Whiffed. Wow! On the recovery. Punched me on the recovery. Come on. Games, end this farce. Enough of this. Ah, recovery. Yeah, whatever you do, don't miss. Seems to be the logic here. Oh, did it in the air. How did that happen? Can I do it in the air? I didn't know I could do it in the air. No one tells me these things. This game seems a lot harder than the last time I played. Getting a lot more resistance than I wasn't expecting.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So after this, we'll end the video and do the versus mode. This to get a peek at how it looks.
Mr. Frosty versus Tiny.
That made my point. Got an hour and a half of footage of this game. It's more than it deserves. Whoops. Break it, doofus. Jeez. What the heck was that? So I get stunned once, he does 35% damage on me at least. The heck was that? I don't even know how I got stunned. Ow! You good? Yeah, whoa! Trade. Die already. Thank you. Why complicate things? There is line scrolling in this game, right? On the ground floor. I think there might be some line scrolling on the ground. It's a nice bonus. Screen shaking to go along with it. Too bad the art stinks. What does KO mean? I'm gonna stun? Was that a 2-hit? Was that a 2-in-1? Did that double hit him? What's that all about? Can I stun him? No, I can't. So what was that KO for? Oh, come on! Freaking chip damage. Can't even tell you're making contact sometimes. Alright. So we're leaving this. So let's go to versus mode and see how it works. Maybe there's a handicap going on. I don't know. Yeah, that character's from, that samurai character's from Claymates too. Wrong controller. Just a second. Yeah, this one. Okay, let's go Helga, represent. Go Helga and BLOB. Select handicap. We'll set to 1. You have to hold down the select button to get a CPU opponent here. Let's find out. No, it's just a remap. So you can't play against a CPU opponent in versus mode, which you can do in Street Fighter 2, by the way, just so you know. I paused. There's no indicator. The screen just goes dark. Oh well, so in conclusion, this game sucks. In the ranking of fighters that Giant Bomb will do eventually for this game, will rank in the bottom half, I guarantee it. Because it deserves no higher. Just the collision detection's terrible. Some moves are way overpowered. It's hard to... The visuals aren't that great. No sound test. No 10 count. So, yeah, this game sucks. Shame, because the... it's got a bit of... You got some decent gimmicks going for it, I guess.